Linda Grace Cox here. I am so glad you joined me. I'm going to tell you part of my story, but I'm going to read it. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to share everything I want to share unless I read. So here we go. Today we're talking about something really important. Lifestyle makes a difference. It all starts with accepting the life God has allowed for us to live. I'm sure you all know I have lived with MS since 1995, and through it all, I had a solid foundation, an undeniable relationship with God. I'll be forever grateful that it's in my genes to believe, and in the most difficult times, my faith always brought me hope, peace, and purpose, greater than myself. I created a YouTube video telling my conversion story. I'll put the link below if you're interested. And if you haven't chosen to believe in God, it's never too late. I've made it a priority to read scriptures every day. It centers me. Just a few verses each morning can shift my entire mindset. God's word is alive. It gives us strength, direction, and truth. And don't underestimate the power of prayer. It's more than words. It's connection. Whether it's a quiet moment of gratitude or a cry for help, God hears us. Prayer anchors us when life gets messy and uncertain, like living with MS. You probably heard me say that I had gotten so weak I was barely able to get out of bed, and no medications they had at the time were helping me. And my mom found a test study they were doing at Johns Hopkins, a chemo approved for cancer, but not for MS. The chemo put the MS in remission for 4 years, and during that time, I shared my life with the YouTube world, hoping I could help motivate others with MS to stay strong and continue to work to overcome MS. In August of 2011, I was showing my exercise routine, and my daughter was recording me. When I watched the video preparing to edit, I saw for the first time how I really looked to others. I was shocked. During that time, I had been working hard, exercising, and setting goals of action with the intention of the outcome, believing if I exercised enough, I'd get back to the way I was before MS. As you could see from the beginning of this movie, I have really been focusing on just getting stronger, but when I saw what I look like, and it brings tears to my eyes again. You have to know that I truly am happy and I feel really good. It's just unfortunate that my body isn't working like it should be. So I really want people to recognize that they can be happy, and even though I'm blubbering right now, I really am happy. And I wish that I didn't have MS, and there isn't any part of my being that is glad that I have it. You heard me say, there isn't a bone in my body that is glad for the MS experience. Things have changed. Now I'm very grateful for all of my experiences. By about 2012, my immune system had come back to full function after the chemo and began attacking my central nervous system again. The personal growth and development began. I recognized that in today's society, disease is often viewed as a failure in the medical profession, or with this new understanding of the law of attraction, a failure in one's own self. I believed then, and I do now with my whole heart, that God could make this MS go away from me in the blink of an eye. However, He didn't. After years of grief and mourning, I've come to understand this is the stuff of life. Everyone has something. I tease saying, mine just comes with a walker. My parents paid for my stem cell treatments every 6 months since 2013, and the MS has been calmed down and I've been able to be independent. I was still using MS-recommended pharmaceuticals until August of 2024 when I had a rare side effect of the Ocrevus infusion drug. That's another story I'll save for later. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, feelings buried alive never die. It's scientifically known that stress, dis-ease, causes disease. So emotional clearing is essential for alleviating stress because it allows us to release built-up feelings like anger, sadness, fear, or resentment that when unaddressed can weigh heavily on the body and mind. By acknowledging and processing these emotions, whether through prayer, journaling, talking with a trusted friend, or practicing mindfulness, we free ourselves from the tension they create. Emotional clarity brings peace, promotes resilience, and helps prevent the physical symptoms that often accompany chronic stress, such as fatigue, headaches, or even illness. In clearing space within our hearts and minds, we open the door to healing, joy, and renewed emotional balance. I began the emotional work in 1995 when I was first diagnosed. I believed in the Louise Hay way of thinking, that I will be healed through the power of my mind and will. Around 2000, I recognized that no matter how much faith, discipline, and goodness was in me, if it's not the Lord's will, I won't be healed. In 2015, I was certified as a Clarity Point life coach. I can share with you in 12 weeks what took me years to learn and overcome. Kimberly Giles, the creator of the Clarity Point system, shares techniques and tools to help us reprogram our subconscious mind to release the negative energy and embrace healthy, fearless living, even with a chronic condition. I have included in the link below if you're interested in my coaching services. Being anti-pharmaceutical by nature, when I was first diagnosed, instead of getting on the newly developed ABC drugs for MS, Avonex, Betaseron, and Copaxone, I started the only alternative treatment that my neurologist knew about, the Swank diet. Dr. Swank believed MS was caused by the saturated fat in our diet. I have friends who still eat meals prepared from the recipes in the Swank cookbook. Having no self-control and loving to eat sweets as much as I did, the grief started even while I was living in denial, not accepting that I actually had MS. I was mourning the fact that I could no longer eat the foods I craved. Going without ice cream and chocolate and believing I would never be able to eat them again at that time was devastating. It seemed silly, but it was awful. And by about 2009, I had gotten control of my eating. Another story I'll share with you later. And now I really see food as the medicine that it is. And it's in our best interest, with MS or not, to eat real, nourishing food, choosing whole foods, fruits, vegetables, clean proteins, and healthy fats. Our body knows what to do with real food. Like I said, in 2013, I started doing stem cell treatments combined with pharmaceuticals, and that got me out of bed, back to modified independence. I was getting ready to fly to California in December 2024 for my 20th treatment when my friend Barbara introduced me to LifeWave. Now, I'm a LifeWave brand partner, and I strongly recommend everybody get on the X39 patch. LifeWave doesn't claim that the patches heal any condition, but science tells us that it activates the body to heal itself, just as God intended. I personally use and love the X39, X49, and EN LifeWave patches. All the patches use light therapy to support natural healing, boost energy, and reduce inflammation. Just like the sun motivates the body to create vitamin D, David Schmidt, the creator and inventor, figured out how to motivate different tasks for the body.
Regarding LifeWave, the go-to product is X39. That's where people should start because it's simple, relatively inexpensive, easy to apply, and they're going to get great results with it. And of course, it's incredibly safe. So that's where people should really start, is with X39.
I wear them daily, and honestly, I feel the difference. It's drug-free, non-invasive, and it helps the body perform at its best. The fact of the matter is, I still have MS. I started doing walking updates again, and I truly look the same as I did when I started wearing LifeWave patches 5 months ago. It will be interesting to see how it all plays out. Hydration is another simple but powerful habit, and while wearing the LifeWave patches, it is imperative to drink lots of water. It's recommended to drink half the body weight in ounces every day. Drinking enough water helps keep our body functioning, our skin glowing, and our mind sharp. Most people walk around dehydrated and don't even know it. Water is necessary for the energetic movement with the LifeWave patches. Back to exercise. I honestly don't know if I will truly ever be able to walk without a walker, but any movement I do is good for me. When I am tempted to skip a day of exercise, I think of my good friends whose MS has prevented them from being able to move at all. So I say to everyone, we need to just move. Any movement that we can do is helpful. My physical therapist taught me the 30-30 rule. For every 30 minutes of sitting, we need to do 30 seconds of movement. Do what we can regularly. Movement is medicine. Oh, and let's talk about sleep, because healing happens when we rest. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Turn off the screens, lower the lights, and let your body recover. Rest is a gift, not a weakness. If sleep is something you struggle with, LifeWave has patches that aid in sleep with no medication, simply triggering your body to activate peptides and other processes for good night's sleep. My husband is using the LifeWave patch, the second most powerful patch under the X39, elevating a peptide called epithalamin, which is created by the pineal gland. Epithalamin helps to perform the normal gene function and resets the genes to a younger state, and also creates melatonin, so sleep improves. So here's the big picture. When we live in a way that honors our body, mind, and spirit, we can live in peace. It starts with faith and small daily habits that make a big difference. Fuel your body with good food. Add LifeWave patches to your daily regime. Drink that water. Move with purpose. Get your rest. Pray. And come back and visit me and share your story in the comments below. Bye-bye. Till next time. Bye-bye.